Living in Hawaii by Monte Dewa. Marital status. Well, I'm not married in this project. I am single. To me, I think I would have done better if I were married because then I would have had more money to buy a better car, house, and food. My education and job. I got a 2-year degree in culinary arts, so my job ads were Genki Sushi and Zippies. A degree in culinary arts is when you go to school to learn how to prepare meals. So this relates to my jobs because what I went to school for was exactly what I would be doing in my jobs. Income and taxes. So my gross income was $32,000, but after taxes, my net income went down to $20,000 and $20,160. So my taxes per month were $986.66. So how you figure out taxes is you have to figure out how much you make first of all, and that's your gross. Then you multiply your gross income by a percentage, depends on how much money you make, and then that's how you find your taxes. Because after that you get your total, you minus it from your gross, and then that's how you get your net income. So taxes, they're used to pay for government stuff, government funds like our rail and stuff like that. And they affect me because they take a percentage of your money away. So for me, since I wasn't getting paid a lot to begin with, it was even harder because they took more money away. Yeah. Housing. So my location was near ward centers, the bottom ad. It was $4.95 a month, and it had 1 bed, 1 bath with utilities included. So choices that I made to get this place was that it was convenient because you had Alamana, you had ward centers, you had a lot of convenient. It was a very convenient spot. And I picked a place close to my work. It was only a couple blocks away. Yeah. Transportation. Alright, so for my car, I did get a 2013 Nissan Leaf, as you can see. It was $14,888 at the time. So per month, including insurance and maintenance, since I didn't have to pay for gas, it came up to $388.13. So some factors that came into my choice was that it was an electric car. It wasn't too much where I didn't have to pay over. So I had to make sure I spent under like $16,000 on the total for the car, so I would have enough for me to budget out my food expenses and my house expenses. My typical meal for a day. So my typical meal would be a NutriBlast in the morning, which consists of pineapple, bananas, apples, and spring mix for the vegetables. My lunch would be like a Loco Moco or something from Zippies. And then my dinner would be a Safeway smoked ham, since it's pretty cheap, some corn, and some rice. The monthly cost for all of this costs about $342.37 if I were to get this. So, food that I spend the most money on would probably rice, because rice is pretty expensive, and poke. Cost surprises, probably cereal. Yeah, cereal is expensive. I expected it to be like $2, but a box is like $5. So the best thing is to get those bigger boxes, so it comes out for a better deal. I can reduce the cost by getting maybe smaller portions for certain things. Like the poke, I know I could have gotten like maybe half a pound instead of a whole pound, and stuff like that. Miscellaneous expenses. So my miscellaneous expenses consist of my phone plan, which did come out to $80 a month. Netflix, since, everyone wanted Netflix, and toiletries. So, how does my net income affect what I can spend on my miscellaneous? I have to save more money on a car, house, and food so I can enjoy the little things, such as my miscellaneous items, like a phone. What influenced my choices? I don't know. I just wanted a good phone, but I didn't want to overpay on it. So I knew if I spent around under $100 for the phone, I would have been okay. And Netflix, I just got the premium just because I had that extra money I could spend. And the toiletries, I spent as little as possible.
Savings. I did save $264.90. I feel good about how much money I saved because I was hoping that I would save at most $100 with my paycheck that I would get. But with a free meal every day, saving money on my car expenses by not having to pay for gas, I was able to save more than expected. With the saved money, you should save it for maybe like trips or unexpected expenses, like your car breaks down or like you break your arm or something like that. You should save your savings on these types of things because you never know when you're going to need that saving money. My final persuasive takeaway. I learned that living in Hawaii is tough, and if you don't make a lot of money, it's even tougher. So some advice that I would give myself and others on this project is to get a cheap electric car. You'll save that $100 on gas, and then you need to try find a cheap place if you're like me and you don't have enough money, and try to find a nice place where it's convenient to everywhere. And try to find the best deals on food. Like if you don't overpay on food. That's what I learned. And I learned that life is hard in Hawaii. I mean, just to be honest, if you don't make enough money, you're not gonna survive in Hawaii.
Thank you for watching my video about my LifeNet project.